It's weird. I had never done a show in Mexico, and I was in Mexico City like for the past like a little bit week.
Yeah.
And dude, I got noticed heavy there, like
Really?
more than I've ever been noticed anywhere. And I was like, damn, like every single street I was getting pulled up on pretty much. And I was
That's
like,
Mexican
crazy.
people fucking
dude.
with their music and shit.
Maybe no peso.
yeah, maybe no peso, dude.
Mexicans
I
are
love 'em there.
passionate people with music, dude. Especially
Yeah, they
metal
are.
and stuff. Some
Yeah.
of the craziest shows you see are goddamn Mexicans
Dude,
going
why
fucking
why you say it
wild.
like that?
Because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
energy.
Charged.
that was a Fox News.
It was
moment.
probably the accent. It's their energy though.
It was
dude. Their energy's
everything.
fucking. Their
Yeah.
energy's unmatched.
They're
Yeah.
super passionate. I did a show in like Spain, in Barcelona and Madrid, and like, dude, the energy there was like, it was like Australian level energy, and like Australian people are fucking.
I was gonna say Australian
So-
people are crazy. Their shows and stuff are
crazy,
wild.
bro. Yeah, like I remember when I met Chad the first time, like anything for views.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's insane. I love this guy, and just a total legend. And I remember he was like shoeless, sockless, shirtless, like dummied off whatever he was taking that night at my show in Melbourne, like starting the mosh pit, and I was like, respect. I like it. So yeah, Australians are sick, and people are dope, dude. And I'm glad that we get to meet people. That's kind of it, full stop.
My first interaction. Speaking of Chad, my first ever interaction with him. Editor, you'll have to censor a word that's coming up here. Sure, you can guess what the Australian said, but we were at a nice ass steakhouse. We had a big rezo, and the Misfits manager at the time just booked out like the whole fucking restaurant, and there were still people leaving, and I couldn't tell. It was like nighttime, so wasn't really paying attention to who opened the door. But this big guy opened the door for these two ladies that were leaving, and they walked through the door without saying a word. And all I hear, like once they like walked out of the door, he's like, "You're fucking welcome," and just slammed the door back. And I was like, who was that? I opened the door. It's this fucking Chad sitting there. I was like, yeah, I could have guessed who that was. Just screamed at these two ladies for no reason because I didn't say thanks. He's so funny.
Yeah,
Dude is wild.
He's unhinged.
He is.
But it's like very positive unhingery, I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not just like a dick.
No, he yelled at those ladies, but I'm not. He was super
Yeah.
nice and funny dude. And I mean, it was completely harmless. It's not like he was chasing him down the street or anything.
Follows
Which I don't know.
home.
A few more drinks he might have been there, but who knows?
Yeah, I got to go back to Australia in like 2 months. I can't wait. I'm going to see them.
That's gonna be
Sick.
so fucking cool.
Yeah.
You were
Really
on.
nice.
Have you been on Cold Ones yet?
Yeah, I think I'm going to
Yeah.
do it again. They said they were
Yeah.
like, yo, we need round 2. And I was like, hell yeah. So
Bro, that show seems wild to go
Yeah.
on.
I remember I was pre-drunk, and then I was like halfway to pass out at the very end of it too. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, bro, I got to go home. So,
That's so fucking funny. All right, we'll do one more question from Twitter, and then
yeah, easy.
let me find a good one. All right, I guess this is one we've answered a million times ourselves as YouTubers, but if you didn't end up doing music for a career, is there like a different job that you would have like pursued, or did you
Well,
not
I
really
was-
know where you're going? Because you're in kinesiology, right?
Yeah, I was working very nice. I was working at a chiropractic clinic right before I went on my first tour, and that was fun. I wanted to be a sports nutritionist, like for a rugby team.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm a huge fan of like healthy living.
Yeah,
Nice.
And yeah, I was just like, I would love to, because the rugby team usually just is bros and like football, but like football people, not so broy as much as rugby. I think rugby,
Yeah.
I feel like rugby kind of it's more violent. So like everyone,
it's a gentleman's sport though.
yeah, it's like gentlemen. It's weird. It's super interesting. But so I was like really down to be like a sports nutritionist for a rugby team, or like work with like a team at like a university or like a high level as like
Yeah.
a physiotherapist. That was kind of my end goal, but I didn't really know, like, I feel like everyone, until they are doing like their masters or like their PhD, kind of clueless, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely something I wanted to help people, because I injured myself really bad. I broke my back in grade 12.
Ooh,
And, I know pain, like I understand it, and a lot of people don't know how to empathize very well in the healthcare system. And I was just like, that's my main goal, is to use like my psychological knowledge of how I've dealt with things to like give back to other people, because really 9 times out of 10 it's like all in your head, the pain. And it you know, unless you're literally just like broken.
Yeah.
How'd you
Unless
break
you're
your
being
back?
stabbed.
I was playing rugby, so it's like
Rugby?
full circle.
Oh hell yeah.
But yeah, it's like I kind of just wanted to help people, and it's cool too, because through music, man, I've helped so
I was
many
gonna
more
say
people.
you ended up
Like-
doing that anyway, just in like a
Very
non-physical
roundabout way.
version of
You,
it.
yeah, you still got
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's sick. So I do want to get a PhD in, like, I want to get a doctorate in something eventually,
Yeah.
like once I'm done music, because like
That'd
what
be
am I gonna do? You know, like what's the point?
Yeah.
Like if you're not working, dude, I feel like I will deteriorate.
Oh
into
I'd go
boredom.
fucking
100%.
I'd go
Yeah,
insane.
dude.
I really hope
gonna
that
say
in
the-
50 years I get open heart surgery from bbno
From
money.
That would be sick, dude. Well, I hope I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
That'd be,
Yeah, that'd be
but,
tough.
But like, yeah, it would be
Yeah.
tough.
I
Well, I
want you
remember
to
even
give
when
me
I,
oh, you go ahead. I'll go after.
Okay, I was gonna say, even when I tore my chest, I remember you were like one of the first people that texted me because I tweeted about it. And you were like telling me what to do for it, and like workouts, and like told me to like let you know how it's healing and any other problems and stuff. I was like, bro, this guy is about it.
Yeah, it's cool because like, unfortunately, you know how people are like educated in things, and it comes up in conversation more often, like
Yeah.
healthcare, like or like intro level healthcare shit, like never comes up really in conversation.
Yeah.
So whenever there's a moment, I'm like,
You
oh,
just gotta
I can
jump
use-
on it.
Oh, I spent a shit ton of money. Let me use this. Let me use my degree, please. so
So fucking funny.
yeah.
I was gonna say one day I want to get the the humdinger, that thing where the chiropractor.
Oh,
put,
yeah, the ring dinger.
the ring dinger. That's what
Yeah.
it is, not
The
the,
ring
humdinger.
dinger.
Yeah, where they
Oh,
like
humdinger.
That sounds made up.
no, they like what do? They like wrap a towel around somebody's neck and they just pull.
Oh,
their
they
head
pull.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want that
Yeah,
done
but
by you when I'm 85.
He puts two posts. Oh, I would probably you would probably die. if you were that but he puts two posts like right at like your hip bones, like right at the top of the hips, and then pulls your neck so it like holds your spine
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh.
I actually contacted him and I was like, look, like I would love I'd love to have the procedure done, because I saw Jack Harlow, he had it done, and I was like, and I texted him, I was like, bro, how was it? And he was like, it was fire. You got to do it. And I was like, okay. And I just got to do it one of
Yeah.
these days.
That
Yeah.
kind of shit makes my fucking skin crawl, dude.
Yeah.
Like watch,
Yeah.
like I'll see videos or whatever of people like getting their like legs cracked and their
Yeah.
backs and all that, and I'm like, oh.
It's the neck
love
shit
it.
for
Oh!
me, man. When somebody's head's
It
on the
just-
table and they just
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah,
I know
I
that
love
they're
that
like
one.
doing it the right way or whatever, it's still just like, ooh.
right, yeah.
It's still scary.
It's interesting because like chiropractic, like it is lightly, like anatomically it kind of helps. Like if there's something like out of line, you can like pop it back in type thing.
Yeah.
But the reason why people love it so much is, you know how like when you pop something, you're like, oh, I associate like feel good dopamine receptors to
Yeah.
yeah,
that.
like release
So-
there.
So think about it this way. You go into a place that always when you go in, you get cracked out of your mind. So it's like having 50 cracks of dopamine receptors just firing the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to want to go back. So it
I was
is
gonna-
it,
I was gonna
in
say, isn't
my
it a bit of a technically like, isn't it considered a
scam.
pseudoscience still? Like technically
I
speaking,
heard it's bad for you if you don't need it. Like if you're
Well,
perfectly healthy.
if you do it, isn't it like one of those things where you have to keep doing it, sort of like you
Yeah.
have to go
Yeah.
back? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing that like kind of like opens up the door that you can't really close. But I mean, physiotherapy fundamentally is the best way to
Yeah.
rehab anything.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and it's crazy because like physiotherapy and like yoga, if you were to just do that religiously with your physical ailments, and like, the one thing I noticed working in the healthcare world is like no one does anything. They expect everyone to do it for them. So when they come in, like there's no improvement. It's just because they don't do their exercise.
They didn't do the shit they were told to do all week.
But
Yeah.
like literally, yeah, all the information to like help yourself is literally on the internet, and you can just help yourself completely. And like you never have to pay for physiotherapy, but
Yeah.
it's just
It's still
yeah.
there. It's dope.
yeah, it's still there. Yeah.
Are you ever gonna do a
right.
Minecraft concert again?
The last time I got
Wild.
so drunk. The last time I did that shit was, I don't think I've ever been that drunk in my life.
Really?
But
A Minecraft
was-
concert turning up, bro.
yeah, I mean, I'm down. I just like that took so much time.
Planning.
That's
yeah.
that's
like,
wild.
I remember
And-
being on
and-
that server for like 3 hours before you even like showed up. I was like, everybody was just like flying around trying to like mess with the fucking stadium and shit, like break stuff.
Yeah, it was a pretty good time, honestly. Like doing that whole thing, it was really fun. I think we raised like $30,000, which was dope. So
That's pretty sick.
I mean, yeah, it's dope.
It's so funny.